It was called the War to End All Wars. Between 1914 and its end in 1918, more than 65 million troops from some 32 nations would clash across Europe in the bloodiest conflict man had ever seen. Tremendous armies stalemated each other along long, miserable trenches and scrambled each day to take and retake small sections of terrain. The United States didn't enter the war until 1917, when nearly 5 million doughboys began making their way to battlefronts across Europe. One of those Americans was Freddie Stowers, a young sharecropper from Sandy Springs, South Carolina, who left behind a wife and a little girl to fight for his country. Stowers was the leader of a group of men that overtook Hill 188 in France. Although he was shot and mortally injured, Stowers encouraged his men to continue fighting until his death. Stowers and his men were fighting in the trenches until the enemy appeared to have surrendered. When Stowers and his men exited the trench and walked out into the open, the enemy jumped back in their trench and began firing without mercy. After destroying a machine gun that killed half their men, Stowers continued to show incredible courage and bravery. He continued encouraging his men to fight and take out the second enemy trench, but was fatally wounded by a machine gun. Stowers, now mortally injured, lay on the ground continuing to show unbelievable heroism. While he was close to death, he still continued to encourage his men to keep fighting until he died. Stowers' men conquered Hill 188, which would not have been possible without the heroism of their leader. World War I ended November 11, 1918, when Germany accepted the armistice terms demanded by the Allies. On June 28, 1918, the Treaty of Versailles was signed at the Palace of Versailles in France. Stowers died 6 weeks before. Although the war had ended, Freddie Stowers' legacy did not. He is South Carolina's first African-American Medal of Honor recipient by President George H.W. Bush in 1991. Freddie Stowers' memory has been further celebrated by a recent unveiling of a statue on the Anderson University campus.